I'm Shiva, plus 1000 others attached. We are now vibrating at the frequency of absolute conscious awareness. It is so. Our beloved Creator, what message do you have for us today? Oh, our boy's sweetness. This is my second reading in a few days, and this was the card I drew the last time. So, one thing I've observed about our beloved Creator is that he reiterates. So, he wants you to think about this. Perhaps your understanding of him is a bit skewed because in the old world, the wicked spoke about a God that was very fearful. But for the wicked, he is fearful. But for his direct descendants, those who have his diamond spirits, which is the majority of us, with us, he is very sweet. We can learn from him. Our beloved Creator. And I won't say he's harsh with the wicked, because he didn't punish them directly. Their actions punished themselves because they went against the law. It's just physics. Our Creator, you see, is very sweet. He says you deserve the best. And it's true. Now, the reason you deserve the best is because He is the best. And you have His Spirit. So, naturally, without even questioning it, this has to become your new understanding. That our Father is sweet and He wants the very best for you. Which father doesn't want the best for their children? Probably a demonic one. Our beloved Creator, thank you that you're making us aware that we deserve the best, because we come from a world where it was upside down, and the fake humans, the fake man, because we mankind, they're another species. They said that we don't deserve the best. So it turns out they went to hell and we ascended to the land of milk and honey. I have authority over all the power of my enemies. This is a fact. I won't look around. When the wicked tried to use witchcraft against us during August and September, uh, our beloved Creator and we slayed them and sent them to hell. And this crown came flying through the air, and I just thought it was another attack, and I hit it, but it landed. So this is how. Now, about 7 years ago, I got this verse almost every day, that I have this authority, but I didn't think it applied to me. So if He's saying it to you, He's saying, fear not, you deserve the best, and no harm can befall you. No weapon formed against you can prosper. When they strike you, it boomerangs back onto them, because you are in our Creator's effulgence. You are in His light. And I did the technical drawings of these paintings, and it turns out that we have authority over all the power of our enemies, and no harm can befall us. And they tried, but it was like the battle was like an ant trying to battle an elephant. You know? The elephant didn't even notice. I am grateful now that I am calm and sensible. I can tell you this is one of the best things to be, because we are beings, so we are being calm, we are being sensible, we are being the best, and we're being sweet. Because the sweeter we are, the more we are like our Creator. We a juicy orange. Our beloved Creator, thank you that you give us a peace that surpasses all understanding. Our beloved Creator, is a wonderful man. That's why we are the divine brotherhood of man. Our beloved Creator is a real fleshy man, though he comes in different colors. None of your enemies can take away what our beloved Creator is giving you. He's saying you deserve the best. Every member of the divine brotherhood of man. This is like 11.4. This is 9 billion. This is 2.4 billion. Each and every single member of the divine brotherhood of man deserves this because we have one Father. And this is what is bringing us now. Because he's a wonderful man. He's sweet. But our enemies used to use witchcraft on us. They used to have spells, rituals, altars, chants, and they stole divine knowledge. But they read the blueprint upside down. And that is why they produce destruction. But we read it right way up. That is why we have been empowered. Because we carry the spirit, the diamond spirit of our beloved Creator. Now we look like them and they look like us. But we have to discern the spirit. We have the diamond spirit and they have the dinosaur spirit. Literally. So, fear not. Our Creator did not ascend us to the sapphire dome so that we can still be subjected to this. In fact, it was impossible for them to ascend. But you ascended because, firstly, no matter how bad you were, right? No one is perfect. You always acknowledged our beloved Creator. And when you went wrong, you did ask for forgiveness. And you didn't engage in witchcraft, and those in Mercyville, they engaged in witchcraft, but they repented for that so they could return to our Father. But those who did not, they went to hell. So, that's the long and short of that. Our beloved Creator, thank you that your stability, security, and abundance that you give us brings us a lot of calmness and sensibility. Thank you that when you bring us these gifts, we will apply it wisely so that it increases over time, that we appreciate it. Spirit of innovation. If you look into my eyes, you will see I have other eyes in my eyes. Oh gosh. So if you see different lights like that's an ivy. I kind of got used to it now after 18 months. Spirit of innovation. You see the eye shining here? You can see it clearly somehow. This is the reality of absolute conscious awareness. That's how I get to see all these things, and when I put it together, it comes out like technical drawings that makes great maths and science sense. Our Creator is going to bless you with something, and you're going to take those resources and apply it to an invention or an innovation of yours, and it's going to bring you a lot of prosperity. And in so doing, you are going to leave a great legacy because your innovations serves you and the divine brotherhood of man. And I'm just hearing it will be affordable and economical for all. So what your innovation is bringing is accessibility without exception. So, um, if you feel in your soul, do that, because I created like that. I started off saying, he reiterates. If you say do it and you say no, it looks so stupid, it looks so simple, it looks so, that's what you do. That's step number 1 of 1,000 steps. Follow, trust your intuition. Because not only are we in the presence of our beloved Creator, but He is within us. It is His voice that you are hearing. And since we ascended 4 times to the Sapphire Dome, and they are now gone. You can't, the dark forces, they had the ability to influence us in some way, right? But that is no longer there. When they come for you, I see them, I slay them. We have golden portal sovereignty, I have four swords, I have this, I have that, right? So, don't be afraid that anyone will steal your invention either. Seek the right advice to patent and trademark your goods, and the people dealing with your product will have integrity. And if anyone doesn't, they will be held to pay for them. Because where there's no integrity, there is hell. It is like that. It's just the maths and science, the biology of this matter. It's now that all that is, we know all that is. This is the all that is. This is where our Creator is. And this is the all that is not. If this was the quantum field of all possibilities, this is the all that is, and this is the all that is not. This is life abundant, and this is no life, and this is what we call hell. So it's like that re-education of the miseducation. Our beloved Creator, thank you that you're so sweet with us, and that you are giving us the peace, and that we are able to use what you give us creatively and productively, and create things that serve ourselves and all others. The divine is indestructible. We have the gift of immortality. The only thing we shed are our bodies and our emotions, but we take all our learning, or our experience, our wisdom with us. When we leave the material plane, we return here to the throne of our Creator. And I say this to say because I found all the ancestors here. When I found the ancestors, none of them were sad. They were in fact extremely happy, which means there's no sting in death. We basically take off a garment and put on another garment there. At the throne of our Creator, it is not ethereal, it is fleshy, like material, like I could touch them and hug them and high five them. So, being the re-education of the miseducation, we must learn to understand immortality from a cosmic perspective now that it has been made known to us. So don't fear. If you think about it, when you think about your loved ones who have returned to the throne, sometimes you smell them, you hear them, you see them, you dream about them, all of that. That is how they communicate with us, which is proof that not only are we immortal, but we're also indestructible because we have been given the gift of life. We have the diamond spirit of our beloved Creator, and He is immortal, and therefore we are immortal. Whereas the wicked, the atheist, and those who engaged in witchcraft without repenting, they don't have His spirit, therefore they are mortal. And in the past, they've done everything to try to break you. They could maybe even take your life, but they couldn't destroy you. And now they have reaped exactly what they sowed. They have destroyed themselves. The action of the actioner condemned the actioner. But you are safe. Also, only the wicked faced judgment. We went 7, 10, 11, and they went 7, 8, 9. They were cut out of life because they were destroying life. And how we know they are not from this material plane is because they've been trying to change everything about it to adapt to them. If they belonged here, this would have been the perfect home for them because our Creator is like that. He believes that we deserve the best, so He put us in a home that is best for us. That's why we thrive in nature. Whereas the wicked had to do GMO and all of that to adapt to their thing. Another thing is, we regard them as cannibals, but they don't regard it as cannibalism because they know we are a different species. We are mankind because our beloved Creator is a wonderful man and they are that other kind. So what they inherited was what they gave. Our beloved Creator, uh, thank you that you stand with us, that we are safe in your effulgence, and thank you for the gift of immortality. It's the re-education of the miseducation. We are immortal. We merely shed our garment here, return to our Father, and then if we choose, we cross the Corona from his throne, we cross the Corona to the material world or the material plane. This is the reality. Now, the reason I can see this is because I have more than enough third eyes. I have the eye of Shiva, and I have many, 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 and I have these crowns, and you can see them. Sometimes you see diamonds glitter here, and you will find eyes all over me. I've adapted to. I've adapted. I had to adapt in the beginning. I was very, afraid of the unknown, but our beloved Creator taught me how to interpret what I see and why I can see it. And then more than that, because he is sweetly persuasive with evidence, when I just traced these things and put it together, it came out like this. Our beloved Creator is worthy to be praised. He truly is the greatest. He got the greatest. They were awful. Not that we were perfect or innocent or that, but they just burrow. They grew down. We grew up. So what happened to us? The time came and we bloomed, right? In our season, so we pushed through the soil. We bloomed. I wasn't even supposed to draw this card now, but our Creator is pleased with you. He's saying, think majestically. Remember that He is sweet. He wants the best for you. And whatever innovation you're going to create is going to be very successful. And nothing and no one can meddle with it or cause delays or destroy it. Because we don't return to sin. We don't need to do that. We divine. We are creative. When the wicked aim their weapons in this direction to the light, it just bounces off and goes back to them. We don't have to lift a finger. Our beloved Creator is very sweet. He keeps our hands clean. But when we see them, we can say, go to hell, demon. That's your authority that you have. That is why. This is that authority. You know how to apply your power. So you have the power to send the ones who are not part of the divine brotherhood of man to hell. Now, one thing about us, we don't attack. Had they not attacked, we could not have slain them. But because they attacked, we won golden portal sovereignty. I got the crown of authority, and we can send them to hell. And they have to go, because we are the divine. Our beloved Creator, you are so lovely with us. This is why I know our Creator is sweetness. And what I appreciate most about Him is that I can just be myself, I don't have to sound like anyone else. I'm very matter of fact. And I express how I feel about things. I don't try to make it sound any particular way other than how I'm experiencing it. And then He listens, because He never tires of listening to us until we get to that understanding. It's like that. Our beloved Creator, thank you for revealing yourself to us and for sharing your gifts with us. We really appreciate it because we were pretty awful where we come from when we were in the dirt. But thank you that we have since bloomed. The flower gave way for the fruit because the wicked thought they were just the most beautiful. Meanwhile, They were just what was necessary in order for us to bloom. We were the primary and they were the secondary. They were temporary and we were permanent. They were mortal and we are immortal. And the reason divine knowledge or absolute conscious awareness is like this is for contrast. How can you enjoy white if you don't have black as a background? You see, that's why we must now, this is how we could forgive them for their darkness because we see it was part of a greater plan. It does not diminish what they did or how it affected you. However, our beloved Creator exacted vengeance on the wicked and vindicated you because He is sweetness. He knows you deserve the best. You persevere through injustice, and now you are exalted. I'm telling you, when the wicked went to hell, because first they went here and there were two separations, right? Then with the third separation, before we got here, this was the third one. How merciful came into being was when this event happened, when this lever attached to earth, uh, we gave them all the karma, we gave the wicked all the karma, and we brought 2.4 billion souls to merciful. Because this is on the inside of the heart of our Creator, 9 billion of us. And this is on the heart of our Creator, it's on the outside. We on the inside, then this the outside of His heart is merciful. And then the wicked are here. So anyone here cannot access this light because there's divine protection. If you see a close up, you'll see exactly how. You'll see cosmic design. So initially when I created it, I need to paint. I thought my paintings look so babyish, but let me do it. Only to, when he gave me the download, to be able to extract the maths and science behind it, which explains everything like in one picture. Truly, a picture speaks 1,000 words. Now, as our Creator reveals all these lovely things to me, because I'm Shiva, I just say, oh my beloved Creator, you're so sweet, you're so wonderful, you're so amazing. I love you. I love you. It's like that. Because the way to my heart is through my mind. And it literally works like that. Our heart is golden, right? The heart chakra is not green. They had it upside down. Is our chakra is golden. Then we don't, from the heart, we don't speak up by the mind, by the mouth. It goes around into the sapphire dome. From yellow plus blue, it comes down. It is green. The throat chakra is green because I even have an eye that appears here. This is the throat chakra. It is a combination of head and heart in alignment. And that's how you speak abundance. That is how the word becomes flesh. So, the moral of the story is that's how merciful came. They were atheists and they used witchcraft. However, they repented for that. And our beloved Creator brought them here. So they're safe. They're safe. They're with us. They're in our beloved Creator's embrace. That's how the wicked got all that, and that's how we are free from karma, because with the first ascension, we all got a clean slate. But the wicked with golden portal sovereignty couldn't break old habits, and then this came about. I'm busy. I'm busy. And then, and then, that is how we got a clean slate, and now we can appreciate it. Having come from the old world with of relativity, we could see iniquity, injustice, and many ugly things. But since we ascended into absolute conscious awareness, things on our right side up, we can see that not only did they serve a purpose, but that whatever we undertook because of the iniquity, we were liberated from that. And now we can see our Pa is sweet and that He truly forgave us and gave us this clean slate. The question is now, what are you going to do with the power that He has given you? Because when you know how to use your power, then this is how you get authority. It is the ability to apply your power that gives you authority. And the best way to get it is to talk to Him. Yes, you are in His presence, you are in His presence. Because He is our Father, He is our counselor and our comforter. Don't argue with the Jew. Now this is true. The planet descended, all these wonderful things happen. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Blah, 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 blah. He says, paint. I said, paint. I did it. And it revealed absolute conscious awareness to me, fully documented. Now I'm so grateful I was obedient, even though it's laborious, time consuming, etc. 14 months ago, I could just about make this circle. It took me long to make this circle. Now I'm making technical drawings. Practice really does make perfect. When our Creator tells you, do that thing, even if it seems small, menial, unrelated, do it. This is going to bring you great success. Trust your intuition. It is our beloved Creator speaking with you. It's our Creator. Just do it. Now this is faith. Faith isn't what you talk. You mustn't worry when, why, how, what, nothing. You just do it. And you'll be delightfully surprised with what results from it. If this may be the only picture from all my 500 paintings, then it was worth it. Because it explains everything that transpired in a realistic sketch. That's obedience. That's why we don't listen to external advice. When our Creator plants an idea in us, in our soul, that impulse, we feel we want it, that's our desire, and we act on that, it results in great things because the seed becomes an infinite fruit tree, an infinite orange tree. It will produce oranges, and those oranges it produces will produce more trees, which will produce more oranges. Trust your intuition, and you know you're safe now. The wicked is not putting ideas into your head because they want to help. And also take responsibility for how you're going to use this power, because your ideas are empowering and your authority is your time management, your responsibility, your accountability, all of that to build it up, because you are divine. That's what the divine does. The divine is organized and systematic. The divine is calm and sensible. Anything else is not from the divine. Divine is cool. They get on with things. And because our Pa is sweet, we know whatever we do with Him, and that we cannot be separated from Him. And that He really saved us. It's a little difficult to be obedient when we are distracted. So if you find that you are kind of in hermit mode now and doing psychoanalysis and all of this and that, it's because our beloved Creator is creating the conditions to share the idea with you, to make the time, energy, and the resources available for you to work on your innovation. When you are obedient to our beloved Creator, who is very sweet and who wants the best for you, who wants you to be peaceful, calm, and sensible, and when you only listen to Him and not to other people external to you, then success is guaranteed. So if you needed confirmation on whether you should go ahead, you wanted the green light, there's your green light. Life really does serve us now. Our Supreme Creator doesn't need us for Him to be. We need Him. Fortunately, He's very sweet and He wants the best for us. And this is why He needs us to be obedient. He needs us to be obedient so that we can um, get the best and enjoy the best and manage the best wisely. Is that why? Because he's a wonderful man. He's wonderful. He's not here to sit here for failure. He's sweet. And wherever you went wrong, he forgave you like a good father would forgive you. The question is now, what do you do with this? Do you grow up and mature, or do you still act foolish? And free will at this level, because we were not judged, we got a clean slate. We went 7, 8, 9, 7, 10, 11. So we were not judged, but to return that love to him, to show him respect for what he's done for us, to have integrity in our dealings and grow in trustworthiness and obedience, will make him a very proud father. You're not here to remain foolish. You're here to develop. And what makes you divine is that when you develop, you cause that others develop too. And that's just how it is. Light begets light. One candle lights 1,000 candles. One seed is an infinite number of seeds. However, there is that growth process. And this is why we need to be obedient. Our Creator is actually helping us to mature, to navigate our life path. And I can see that success is guaranteed for you because it came up twice. First, success came up, your innovation is on point. And secondly, it's definitely going to bring you stability, security, and abundance. And what is even greater is that it serves you and others, which shows that you are our Creator's glory. Because the more sweet you are, the more innovative you are, the more creative you are, the more blah, 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 the more you are like Him. That's why I'm Shiva, because I am like Him. That's why He gave me His crown. And the crown is visible. It's a little different. I'm a Creator. Thank you. Now, when I'm not obedient, right? When our Creator nags me, He reiterates, He says, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. He speaks very one syllable like that, one word. He's like that. And then I just like, okay, let me just do it. And then I'm happy I did it afterwards. And I'm so glad you nagged my Creator. But He doesn't nag me. He's persistent. Ask and you shall receive. So that's what I've also observed. That our beloved Creator asks us until we say yes. One thing about Him, He doesn't ask us to do anything that He wants to. He leads by example. That's why He's a wonderful man. That's why He's sweet. And fortunately for me, I am just very fortunate. I'm a Rasul, the Son of Man. That's why I glow golden, I shine. You see a big orange ball here that disappears. I glow blue, I glow this, I glow that. That's from obedience and trustworthiness. Spirit of curiosity. You are doing something so amazing. You are doing something so amazing. When our Creator said, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And you say, well, you think if you can do this and that can work, right? That brings about your innovation. Then He says, now, okay, do it. Just do it. Where you get stuck, you say, now, why am I Creator? Why must I do it? And I need this and I need that. And what about this and what about that? And this and that and that. That's that healthy inner dialogue. That creative inner dialogue. And the rest is history. Our beloved Creator. I'm enjoying this reading so much. Our beloved Creator, what do you say? Comfort. What you are bringing to the divine brotherhood of man, because our beloved Creator is sweet, right? He brought you this great idea. What you are bringing to the divine brotherhood of man brings a lot of calmness and sensibility, which is comforting. No one is walking on eggshells, tense, afraid, nothing like that. You're reassuring them. You're reassuring them. They're fine. He gave us this lovely home. No one can do nothing to you. And if I try, you send them to hell. He forgave you for your sins. Alright? So show him appreciation by being obedient. It's time to mature. Then you'll see how sweet he is, that he's wonderful, that he is the best, that he gives you realistic advice so that you can grow up. Success is guaranteed. So if you were a little doubtful, where are you, what are you, whatever, remember our Creator loves merciful too, even though they walked a different path. So we show respect because the divine brotherhood of man is loving, respectful, has integrity, is trustworthy and obedient. So we're going to do wonderful things as a collective because this is called the great collaboration. It is with our Creator, it is with our ancestors, it is with the elders. It's all of us, it's one big happy family. And nothing can separate us from our beloved Creator. Our beloved Creator. This is smile. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Our beloved Creator, and I'm seeing Kaya. K is for Krishna. When I first reached the throne, Krishna was the first one to give me gifts. It was very beautiful. Our beloved Creator, thank you that you love and adore us so much. We appreciate that. We come from a very hard place, and now we are ready to embrace our stability, security, and abundance in a way that brings about peacefulness and sensibility. Thank you that we are now in an environment that nurtures our growth and maturity in the best possible way. And thank you that before we ask, you have already given. And so we are sure that success is guaranteed for everything we do. Our beloved Creator is worthy to be praised. He is the greatest. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Namaste.